On the GST front, actually it's a positive thing that the government has rationalized and looked at all the rates again. It's something we had been asking for sure, because GST in the past, cement at the past was being charged at 28%, and that's a very high rate, similar to luxury goods and what is called a sin tax. So the fact that it is down to 18 is definitely positive in terms of sentiment. We've been working through the numbers and trying to understand what is the level of impact. So given how much of the construction cost component is from cement or related products, there could be a marginal impact, maybe 1 to 2% on the overall cost, and therefore a fairly minimal impact on pricing. But I think more than anything, what it does do is, on the sentiment side, for suppliers as well as for end customers, I think there is definitely a positive and there's a boost. So we are still working through what that impact can actually mean for our specific projects that are underway. So any projects that are under construction, that impact can be varying. The numbers that I mentioned are like for a fresh new project that is yet to start construction, you haven't already incurred and done some amount of work. So that's what we are looking at, and then hopefully we'll see that the savings, what they will actually end up being. For some developers like us, where we subcontract out a lot of the work, the cement is already part of what the subcontractors are providing to us. And they are anyway, the subcontractors are anyway having the impact of input tax credit. So the savings that they get could anyway just be rationalized from their input tax credit. For developers, the issue is that we don't have input tax credit anymore. So actually, I would say that's the number one big shift. If there was to be a re-rationalization of pricing because of taxation, it would really come from input tax credit, because that is where developers would be able to pass through the GST on the construction cost and potentially give some savings to the customer. So we actually had the reverse happen in 2019 when it was removed, and at that point there was a pricing increase to the end customer. So I think all of these are still though beneficial, that the government is looking at it and overall rationalizing these amounts.